Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, January 17th, and the headlines coming up over the next several days. We're going to see a warming trend. Highs up into the 20s today, around 30 on Thursday, in the 30s, above freezing on Friday, and then I think over the weekend we'll get into the low 40s. There is even some of the models that indicate we could even get up around 50 degrees, and with about a half inch of rain, that should pretty well take care of the snow by Monday afternoon. Across most areas, the snow belt areas will still have snow on the ground, but if you're inland and you've got 4 or 5 inches of snow on the ground, that'll pretty much all be gone by the time we get to late Monday. And again, we're going to monitor that storm track too. A further south shift could bring us more wintry precipitation. Right now, Saturday night into early Sunday, we could see a light mix of sleet, freezing rain, and maybe some snowflakes before it changes over to rain. And last night, we had a meteor come across the state, shaking homes across large portions of the state. And again, this was about, I think, around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I was actually sleeping, so I missed it. But again, this was, well, if you go by the time on that last timestamp, it looks like it might have been 9 or 10 o'clock. Anyways, it was a pretty good event. You can see it as it comes across the area. The last video is actually kind of neat. This one will give you a nice clear picture of that coming and how close to the ground it actually looks like it may have gotten. And so a little excitement across the state last night. Temperatures this morning quite cold where there's clear skies, down to near zero across much of the eastern areas, down to 3.9 at Lansing. Again, the warm spot over in Newaygo, 15, and that's because of clouds and even a few snow showers. If we look at yesterday, we had a high of 20, a low of 1/100th of an inch of melted precipitation, 2/10 of an inch of snow. That gives us 4 inches of snow on the ground, and for the season, we're at 20.8 inches so far. On satellite, notice the very cold temperatures. These clouds, or these aren't clouds, but they're not moving. That just shows you how cold this air mass is, and why you see some movement there. In the later frames, you see this area fill in, and it just doesn't move right there. That's some very, very cold temperatures. Again, as we continue to see a reinforcement of cold air coming out of Canada. If we look at the radar this morning, you can see some of those feeder bands coming off southwest lower Michigan and across the other side of the pond over in the Lake Huron, over in southwest Ontario. Again, some pretty good snow showers up there. But again, for the most part, there'll be very little. Some inland areas could catch a flurries. You can see some of these making it inland. But for the most part, this will begin to die off here over the next 6 hours or so. And if we look at the next map, you can see this is actually some of the low clouds and then fog product. And we kind of show you this because I think Thursday and Friday morning, again, some of the strong winds may mix up the atmosphere, so we may not see a lot of fog, but we could get trapped under an inversion Thursday and Friday morning, and that could have some implications as far as what we think will be plenty of sunshine for those days. But if we get caught under inversion, we may see plenty of low clouds and fog, and that would certainly not make those days very nice at all. And if we look at the weather map this morning, again, high pressure controlling much of the Midwest and Great Lakes, other than some lake effect. We got a clipper that's going to drop down across the southern Canada, but that should keep most of the snowfall away from us, so we don't really expect much in the way of any precipitation until we get into the weekend. And then over the weekend, we expect about anywhere from around, I think around a ½ inch of precipitation. Looks like, I think the heaviest precipitation is going to continue to be shifting further back to the northwest. As far as snowfall over the next 72 hours, very little, probably less than an inch in most areas. And the forecast goes, it's going to be very breezy. You can see a little kite action going on there. And darn right blustery tonight. I think winds could gust to 30 miles an hour, so it's going to feel very cold tonight. Highs today in the mid-20s, around 30 tomorrow. Again, breezy will not make it feel all that warm. Mid-30s as we get on Friday, and again, it'll be quite breezy. We could have fog in the morning, but if not, we expect plenty of sunshine. And then temperatures getting up into the low to mid-40s at least over the weekend. And again, I would not be surprised to see somebody hit 50 degrees, especially for the day on Sunday and maybe even on Monday. And then the cooler air will come in beginning Tuesday. Right now, about 4/10 to 6/10 of an inch of rain. And again, pretty likely, about almost 100% chance I think we'll get rain as we get later into Sunday into early Monday. As far as weather watch, again, not a whole lot going out there. Some winter weather advisories across southwest lower Michigan, northwest Indiana. And again, these will be dropped later on. And then that big storm going up the east coast has got winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings out that way. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.